during seasons 2, 3, and 4, I was lucky enough to be on the coolest, hippest show on the network, Smallville. I had so much fun working on that show that when the guys asked whether or not I would come out and moderate this panel, they could not even get to moderate. I was already in mod. Yes. For you guys to come out, I mean, look around this room, guys. You are the reason why this show is on for 8 seasons. It is absolutely amazing. You really should give yourselves a hand. You are truly the best fans in the world. So I'm going to introduce you now to the cast that came down here. There are going to be some new faces that you guys are absolutely going to love, and then I'm going to introduce you to the executive producers and the guys that have really been responsible for loving the show and started at the same time that I did and then have carried it through all the way. So without further ado, I'd like you to meet Cassidy, who's one of the first new people that are on the show. She's going to play Tess. So here she is. Cassidy, come on out. Somebody who some of you are probably going to know from Battlestar Galactica. Sam, come on out here. He's one of the new villains this year. And one of my own personal favorites, the gentleman who plays Green Arrow, Jeph. Now I want you guys to get up on your feet. It's the reason why I just absolutely adore Chloe, and this is Allison. Young man. So, you know, I think if you guys are fans of the show, and I know that you are, if you go back and you look through the credits of the writing of the show and the producing of the show, there are 4 names that stick out throughout season. These are the guys that have brought you the stories that you love. These are the guys that have produced the episodes that you love. And the reason why this show is as good as it is, this is Todd, Darren, Kelly, and Brian. So before we open the floor to a question and answer, and I know you guys have a lot of questions for these guys, I'm going to turn it to a second here to Todd Slofkin, who I think has something to tell all of you.
Today, thank you first for coming out, you guys. We are here because of you! All of you! Shows do not last 8 years on themselves because of the fans, and we appreciate everything you guys have done and all that you've watched. And today we are going to give you a sneak peek at our first 2 episodes of Season 8. You're going to love it. I hope you love it as much as we do. We're very, very excited about this season, and let's watch.
Before we start, my understanding is that Allison, you have a message from somebody very special for the fans.
Yeah, I just, on behalf of Tom and Erica both, they wanted me to send you guys their love and say thank you so much for all the support. They're working crazy hours out there, as always, and so unfortunately they weren't able to jump on the plane and come down with us, but they just want to send their love and thank you and just know that we appreciate everything you guys do for us, because it's amazing.
Also very special people that are out here in the crowd that you should give a big hand to. The writers of this show that are here. If you guys are here, can you stand up? somewhere here, there is a microphone for questions. Yeah, someone from San Diego? No, over here. Where? Down here? Okay. So if you guys can queue up online, and I'll do my best to be able to see you. There's a really strong light that's in my face, so if for some reason I say, yes, young man, and it turns out to be a woman, please forgive me. If you can state your name first, and then directly the question's going to go to, if you have a good time. So who's the first person up who I can't see?
Good morning, my name is Michael.
Hi, Michael, how are you?
It's a little bit bigger room than that mezzanine room 8 years ago. And in that room you said, no cakes, no flying. I'm not that interested in the cakes, but is the no flying still a rule for you?
I think it was no tights, no flights, as I recall. So let me, if you're going to get it, get it. So Brian, why don't you take that first part of that and tell us about what's going to happen in season 8 with no tights, no flights.
Well, as you guys know, we've been working with Alan Miles for 6 seasons, 7 seasons.
Is your mic on?
I don't know.
Can you guys hear Brian? No. Is there a...
All right, can you hear me? All right. As you guys know, we've been working with Alan Miles for like 6 or 7 seasons, and everything that they wanted in the show is so ingrained in our heads. We think about it at night when we're sleeping and dreaming. And so what we can say is we're going to hold to the no tights part of that.
So up next...
Hey, what's going on? Jamal O'Neal, U.S. Navy.
Hey, Jamal, what's going on?
Love what you do, but I'm kind of tired of the fact that Clark always needs some sort of kick in the pants from somebody, usually Chloe. Thanks for that.
How much do we love Chloe, man? Jamal, do you have a question?
Yeah, how much is Clark going to develop some sort of aggression or...
Are you trying to get me out of a job?
It's just, is Clark going to show some sort of, testosterone, or is Chloe...
Okay, all right. Hang on a second. Let's ask Darren Swimmer, who's one of
You know what they
the
say,
execs.
behind every great man is always a great woman.
Okay, thanks, Jamal. Next question.
I'm Jane, and I was going to ask Allison Mack, what's it like kissing Tom Welling?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
And Cassidy, you're new to the show. Are you going to be kissing Tom anytime soon?
I was going to ask the same question about the flying, but more or less I'm just going to ask
Hang on one second. I want to hear from Cassidy.
I want to kiss Chloe. I don't know.
This is the show known for going both.
Obviously,
We have a lot of questions.
This is more of a suggestion. You could just, towards the end of the season, whenever it finally gets finished, could you just do something with Clark being Superman? I mean, even just showing him flying away to save somebody or something. Don't tease us too long.
What's he wearing, dude?
More than luck out.
Good.
Look at this guy. This guy's got a red shirt and a blue t-shirt. And, Darren, do you think we're going to see a little bit more of red and blue and yellow and all that stuff?
I think this year,
Is that mic on?
I think for those of you that are wondering when Clark is going to start embracing his destiny, this is the year where he's going to be doing that more than ever. Start thinking about the idea that he needs a double identity. So that's going to enable him to do a lot more towards what we all know he'll become.
Very cool. Is there another question? Where are we there? Go ahead.
My question was for Allison and Justin. What do you guys hope to have happen to your characters in upcoming episodes?
Very cool.
Well, I have a lot of... Sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, no, go ahead.
I have seniority.
Yeah.
No, my character is going to be struggling with a lot of different things due to what happened to her at the end of last season. If any of you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the season finale and you'll see. There's a lot of sort of struggle that she's going to be having with trying to keep her personal relationship with Jimmy going, as well as trying to sort of cut the apron strings a little bit with Clark and forge ahead into her own kind of passions. So that's sort of the direction that I'm going. It's pretty exciting and a little bit more independent, which I like.
And Justin, where are you going?
Yes. I would like to see my character go where I've been told he's going, which is, kind of the struggle with, a struggle with why he's doing what he's doing, kind of questioning his destiny or what he thought he should be doing, and then also we're going to go back and explore the origin of the Green Arrow a little bit, which I'm kind of excited about.
Green Arrow fans will be very happy this year, I promise.
So, Sam, you're the new ultimate badass on the show. What can we expect from you?
Well, I think you're going to have to wait a little bit until you start seeing something that you might recognize from comic books. The character's name is Davis Bloom. He's a paramedic, really, really nice guy. And eventually, he's going to start kind of blacking out, losing time. He's going to wonder what's going on during these blackout periods, and what he finds out is it's not great. It's not great. And eventually the character will have to deal with that. And, it's pretty interesting. The cool thing is we're not trashing the Doomsday backstory. We're sort of adding to it and interpreting it. And what we're adding to it is sort of human consequence, not just the human consequence of the people he victimizes, but the human consequence for himself, because this guy is actually a really, really nice guy. And I actually mean that. That's not sarcasm.
A really nice guy named Doomsday.
Precisely. Name's Davis Blue.
And Cassidy, can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from you, other than what it looked like you were very, very involved with Clark from that sizzle reel? And I do mean sizzle.
With what?
What are you doing?
Oh, right now I'm at a panel. Having a great time. Tess is kind of this mystery. And you don't, like Green Arrow, you're going to find out kind of her backstory and where she comes from. But she's the new girl at Luther Corp. And no one really knows why, but she is. And I think that she's going to find some inner strength in herself to run this incredible company to the best that she can.
Now, I noticed, because I've been on that set and running off a lot of scenes in there, that you were actually in Lex's mansion, unless that stained glass window has come from some other place, that you tore down a big, huge thing. And so should we expect you over at the mansion?
Yeah, I'm there from time to time. Hanging out.
Kelly, since you're one of the writers and EPs that we haven't heard from, is there something that we should be wondering and worrying about?
For which
For season 8, for anybody. Just tell us what's going to happen to Clark this year.
Oh, Lord. Clark, going to sort of the more, getting a little bit more testosterone, Clark is going to actively go out and seek his destiny as Superman and really take on the Daily Planet as his source to get involved in what the people, and find the people who really need him throughout the city. So I think you're going to expect that.
Thanks. Do you have any questions out there?
Thank you very much. And Allison, could I have your name plaque?
Sure you would.
Come on up here. The greatest fans in the world.
You got it.
Do we have a new question?
My question is for Justin. In the comic books, there's a relation between Green Arrow and Black Canary. Are you hoping for that to happen in the series?
That would be fine. To tell you the truth, I leave it to these guys. I have a lot of faith in these guys and the writers and everything. I take honestly very little credit for for any of the story thing that happened. I don't have anything to do with the story. So if that were to happen, I trust these guys. They would do something really creative with it. They tend to stick to the comic books to a point and then kind of put a Smallville, tweak it in a Smallville way, or in that regard. So yeah, if they do that, that's fine. I'm sure.
But it would be cool if they have the same hair. Because you guys have the same hair.
Yeah, we have the same hair.
You go together.
And I'll just add, there will be many women in Oliver's life this season.
Any women out there that would like to be in Justin's life?
You know what's funny about that? That question you just asked? I'm looking over. I hear women screaming, and I look over. My wife is like sitting there. It's like, you don't know what you're screaming about.
Just to get into more trouble, are there any women out there that would like to be involved with Justin? Do we have another question?
I just wanted to say Smallville rocks.
It does indeed.
I wanted to ask for Allison, is Chloe going to be using her powers in the future episodes?
Yeah, I think like Clark, you'll really see Chloe step into her own and have a lot less fear around what it is that she's able to do now and start taking more responsibility for what it is that she can actually do if she utilizes the powers that she's been given. So you'll definitely see her exploring that and also developing a few other things at the same time. So.
Okay.
Isn't Allison that smart? You're so smart. You're so smart.
Do you have another question? Can you tell us what your name is when you do a question?
Sure. My name's Jason. I was just kind of wondering, how are you going to work Lex into this season, and how many episodes is Michael Rosenbaum going to be in?
Brian, you want to throw that one?
Sure. Obviously, Michael Rosenbaum, we feel, is one of the best actors on television. He brought an amazing quality to Lex Luthor that I don't know that even Alan Miles envisioned would happen. We were really sad to see him go, but the door is completely open. You definitely have not heard the last of Lex, and hopefully, the door is open to Michael Rosenbaum. Should he decide to come back and when he's done pursuing his other interests, which he wanted to go out and pursue. So,
thank you.
Very cool.
And actually, we were with him the other night. He sends his love to all of you guys. He misses you and he loves the show.
Do we have the next question there? Oh, goodness.
My name is Green Arrow.
Justin, do you enjoy portraying Green Arrow as a team leader of the Justice group, or do you enjoy the kind of single-hand vigilante style?
Good question. Good question.
Or whichever is easier.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, there's great aspects to both of those things. The Justice League thing is really good. Yeah, there you go.
No, I want to show our costume design. That's so cool.
He's got the whole. Is that leather, brother? Is that leather?
Can you guys see this guy? Is he on my
Yeah, come up here. Let me. Yeah, no, it's about his question. Oh, look!
Can you loan the original Green Arrow you both for a second, just so we can see what that looks like?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, pull it off. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, no, So the question was whether in which way I'd like to portray the Green Arrow, as the single vigilante kind of lone ranger guy, or as the part of the Justice League. And both are fun, especially with the guys and the gals that they cast for the parts that do a lot of fun to hang out with and act with and everything. It's fun to see people in costumes. It's good to be, not the only one there in a costume. So usually I'm working with Tom, and he rolls in a t-shirt and jeans, and here I come in. Well, you saw it. And I'm like, hey, what's new? And I'm easy to pick out in the lunch line, so it's fun. Everybody dressed up and everything, but it's also really kind of a cool thing to go about it on your own, because I get caught up in it too, and so in the middle of it's going to be like, did you see how many guys I took down? Anyway, it's all, but yeah, so that's fun. It's really fun for me to do both. I like Oliver Queen too. I like playing that one too. It's really a lot of fun.
Kelly, are we going to see more of the Justice Group or other guys that are wearing capes and tights and all kinds of things like that?
I will say, watch the episodes this season. So I don't think you'll be disappointed if you're a big Justice fan.
You know how these guys look for spoilers. Can you give them just a little bit more about the Justice Gang? Because they seem to be really interested.
Well, as Clark's joining the Daily Planet and really sort of diving into the Superman we all know and love, the Justice League is bubbling up to the surface as well. And obviously having Justin join our cast permanently this season, which was...
Now, I'm told, because we were talking about spoilers, that someone in this audience, this very audience, will be writing an episode of Smallville. Somebody that those of you who are fans probably know and know something about tights and capes and things like that. You'll do it? Who said they do it? You'll do it. I gotta say, there's a guy over here who will actually do it. This is my buddy Jeph Johns. He's doing the spoiler announcement. Obviously, you guys know Jeph Johns from writing Superman and from writing Justice Society and from writing Green Lantern and making my life hell. Because I can't do it as well as he does it. All right, buddy. So I understand that you're Danny. You want to tell a little bit about what Jeff's doing and how this came to be? We were drunk at the time.
Is that like the League of Superheroes or something like that?
The Legion of Superheroes.
Legion! This season, Jeph Johns. Does anyone know what the Legion is?
Yeah, I'm going to be writing an episode. I'm really excited to work with everybody on this, and the cast is amazing. But yeah, I'm going to introduce the Legion of Superheroes.
Okay, so now you have one more thing that nobody else knows that got introduced to you. Is there another question?
Yes, Allison, I love you. Chloe's my favorite. Question for all of you. What TV show would you love to do a crossover with?
That's a pretty easy question. If the answer is not something to do with me, I'll be very upset. So, Brian, you have one answer. What would that be?
I think that would be Supernatural.
And Brian, do you think there's any possibility that that might be happening this season?
I can't confirm or deny anything at this point.
Cool. Very cool. Kelly, if there were one place that you could cross over with besides Dateline NBC?
That was my first choice, thank you. Well, I think there's probably be two heroes. And also want to shout out to somebody else special here, which would be Mark Hayden, who is on Battlestar, but also started on Smallville and really was both of you were mentors to all four of us. So I would have to say that's the next year.
Mark, are you here? Stand up, man. Absolutely cool. Cassie, you can you get to have a crossover with anywhere you want to go.
With anywhere?
Anywhere.
Absolutely anywhere?
Yeah, but you have to cross the shows, not just you.
No. I know. I really want to see everyone dance and sing, so either like American Idol or So You Think You Can Dance, whichever you
I think it's pretty clear, the Hasselhoff version of Knight Rider. Because as Doomsday, I would get to beat the hell out of him.
I always just wondered on Knight Rider why, like, he just didn't sit in the back seat. Just I don't feel like actually driving today. If you could just handle things in the back. Allison, where are we crossing over with you?
I would love to go back and work with Greg and Jeph and Milo Ventimiglia and do a little bit of Heroes, actually. That'd be fun. And then I'd also love to kind of take the reporting aspect of the Daily Planet and play around with Mad Men.
Very cool. Smallville Mad Men.
Yeah.
Small Mad. Small Man. How about that? Justin, where are we crossing over?
Oh man, I never thought about this in my life. Mine would be West Wing, because we just walk in and we'd be like, don't worry, Chris, we got this.
Darren? Yeah. Darren, you actually go.
I would love to see Clark and Lois come into the Daily Planet and sit down and look across and like, what is Dwight Schrute?
That would probably be the coolest office ever. Darren, where are you going? Todd, where are you going with this?
I still say Supernatural. Jensen Ackles rocks.
I just want to see them cross over with weeds. I don't know. Hey, you know, a guy flies. Where's it coming? Do we have another question?
My name's Ryan. I'm driving Yaris.
What was that? It was all one day?
He drives a Yaris.
Yep, that too. This is for the writers. There are shows like Lost and Battlestar Galactica that have established an ending and made each episode and a finale, last season, count for that last ending. Do you have a plan like that? And do you have it planned along with Alan Miles' vision? Or do you have your own vision that demonstrates their vision?
Todd?
Alan Miles, we've worked closely with them for many, many years, and they've shared many of their ideas about the ending of, the series, when that would happen. We hope that doesn't happen for quite some time. But when it does happen, I think everyone in this room will be very, very happy. We've got some awesome ideas that will honor the mythology in a really great way.
I just want to say that when I was on the show, it was always known, I think you guys know it too, as the 5-year plan. And then somehow we busted all the way through to season 8, and that's because of you guys. So there'll be a lot more from this season. The next question up.
Yes, I just want to thank all of you, castmen, writers, producers, directors, of a show that's awesome for me that I get to watch and look forward to every week when it's on. And my question is, Allison, I try not to read anything on the internet about your character, but I caught something. Tell me you're not becoming evil once your powers is going.
Well, if I told you, why would you watch everything?
I was going to watch it, but I didn't want to believe that. You are my most awesome character. I love you so much.
Thank you.
Justin, you rock too, and you too. We will see you when the new season starts. Thanks again. And when this is all over with Allison, I'd like to get a picture with you if possible. Don't be mad. Thank you.
As we all know, don't believe everything you read.
Next question.
Hey, love the show. I was wondering if there's any possibility of introducing a guest starring role for a certain Amazon princess.
Brian, is there something wonderful in the future?
I would kill for that opportunity. No, although this year we are going to be, as you probably saw from that little teaser, we're going to be doing a lot more with the DC mythology and bringing other characters you're going to recognize. So we're really excited about it. We've been working closely with DC, and they've been great about opening the door for a lot of new characters.
Well, on that note, is there a possibility for, after season 8, for a Green Arrow TV show?
Hopefully we'll have a season 9.
Or how about Green Arrow and his amazing friends? and Allison could be the oracle.
She runs the whole. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. It sounds like the Warner Brothers ought to be listening.
Thanks, guys. It's great.
Thank you. Next question. Be sure to state your name so we know who you are.
My name is Dylan Davison, and first I'd like to say, Allison Mack, you rock.
Thank you.
My question is actually for you. You played in an animated movie, a voice in an animated movie. Which do you like better, playing a voice in an animated movie or working live in front of a camera?
I think I prefer working live in front of the camera, but animated features are amazingly fun. Because there's no real ceiling, so you can kind of go as big as you want, and the bigger the better, because the more it translates through your voice. It's also really cool to see a drawn you kind of up on the screen, because they film you as you're acting, and then they animate to you. So I was never so aware of sort of my body movements and the way I express as I was when I saw myself drawn up on the screen. So it was very cool. They're very different, but I think if I was to have to choose one or the other, I would pick live.
But you also get to show up to work in your pajamas.
Which is true. Which is very true. You're right.
Thank you. Can I have a picture with you afterwards?
All these promises.
Next question. Don't forget to say your name.
Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Hi, Jeff. I've been a fan of the show since the pilot in September 2001 after I watched it with my church group. And I've been a fan ever since, so thank you everyone for everything you've done. My question is for Allison, or actually for any of the writers, or even Jeph, if you have any thoughts on this. For a long time I've been hearing some talk about Chloe in the DC Universe comic books, something that's been talked about but never actually materialized. Allison, and again, any other writers or Jeph, if you have any other thoughts. If you had a choice, what would your interpretation of how Chloe would fit into Superman's life in the comic books, such as playing like a oracle role to Superman?
Yeah, I mean, I really like what we've established as a team over the last 8 years. You know, starting with Alan Miles and then everybody really picking up the ball in conjunction with me. I like how we've established her as being sort of the ultimate sidekick, and I like sort of being his rock and his foundation to jump from. And I think that keeping that position in the comics would be really cool. I like sort of the His Girl Friday kind of, position. So I think just moving into that direction would be really neat if we could continue that legend on in the comics. I'd like that.
I'd like her to be the Red Hulk's friend. What? He asked me the question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question up.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Randy.
Hey, Randy.
I was one of the top 40 Ultimate Fan Contest people. So, yeah. My question is, in CW had a trailer that showed Lex finding the fortress in the snow gear. Whoever can answer it, what happened to that story plot?
Todd, you want to take Lex finding the fortress in a snowsuit?
It's interesting because last season that was shot for episode 15, which happened. That was going to be our season finale because of the writer's strike. So we had shot that and then decided to use it for promotion. And when we got to episode 20, it just didn't fit in that episode at that point. We just decided creatively that it would have been a better moment with him walking in.
Is that stuff you'll get to see on DVD?
Let's hope so.
There you go. Would you guys want to see that stuff on the DVD?
Speaking of DVD, there's someone that we need to thank here, which is all of you guys make it happen, but beyond you guys, there's a studio behind this show that finances this show, and there's a gentleman named Peter Roth whose brainchild Smallville was 8 years ago, and we should all give him a big round of applause. Keeping this show on the air. Thank you, Peter. Awesome.
We got to know how much truly great television there is because of Peter Roth. He's one of the pioneers. He's just an amazing, amazing guy, and And absolutely, it's very, very hard to be the guy that's behind all the guys. So,
awesome.
Okay, do we have a next question?
Hi, my name's Ben, and my
Ben.
question is Sam Jones III going to be in any of the episodes?
Kelly, is Sam Jones III coming back to Smallville?
The fans love Sam, and we all really love Sam, and we had a great time having him back. So it's always a possibility. Right now we're only breaking episode 5, so we have a long season to go. So we will absolutely take that in and go back to the writers' room.
How many episodes can we expect this season?
22.
So if Sam comes back, will he be wearing Old Spice? That's the question.
Chewing striped gum.
Hi, my name's Russell.
Hey, Russell.
Congratulations on getting through season 7 with the strike. And I wanted to know if the strike didn't happen, what would have happened with the last 2 episodes?
Well, that's very cool. Darren, can you tell us a little bit about what would happen on the show?
I think it would have been very similar. I think sort of the order of the way things happened might have been altered slightly, but even though things changed because the strike interrupted our game plan, somehow, in my opinion, I think somehow things fell together in a way that we would have wanted them to anyway. I don't think there was any compromises made.
Cool.
Thank you.
Great question. Next. Out there.
Hello, I'm Britta. God, this is my favorite show. I know everyone in this room thinks that, but it's my favorite.
It's your favorite show. I never
My
let you know
favorite
that.
show. Allison, I read your blog. Very good. I love it.
Thank you.
My question is actually for Sam. Sam. Lex, as bad and cold and cruel as he could be, I have to admit, I love an evil genius with a stock portfolio. Sorry. What will we love? I know you said your character's a nice guy. What kind of odd, obscure thing will we love about your character in the same way?
Wow, that's a really tough question, isn't it?
That's what she'll love.
Chloe, we discuss that a lot, trying to find humor and as much lightness as we can, because, it's not that he's just a nice guy. There's stuff going on with him. He's got a really interesting backstory. So my hope is just for whatever reason the fans will like him enough to where they're not going to want to see where everyone knows he's gone.
Darren, my guess is you have some secrets about that. Can you throw
I was just going to say, Lex was an awesome villain, but Lex couldn't kill Superman.
Right. Yeah, that was the whole thing with DC, right? That they said, Lex Luthor, he's super smart. You got all these other great villains like Brainiac and everything, but who can go toe to toe with Superman? When does he get to have a knockdown dragout that destroys the city?
I think you can say kick-ass in front of these people.
There's a disclaimer on the back of our thing that reminds us that some of our audience members may be under 18 years, so we got to keep it.
I think that only applies to people that actually work on the show. Next question.
Real quick, if I didn't get up here and ask for Justin's nameplate for my mom, she would kill me. So now that I'm here, oh God. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can have it.
No, come on up.
Yeah,
We're in it.
I'll give you the disclaimer.
We just stuff away here.
What the hell? Here.
Pen?
I can sign it if you have a pen. I can sign it if you have a pen, sure.
You need a pen. Come on, this is bigger than a pen.
Get the next question.
Come on, everybody in the front row, where's that pen?
It's Comic-Con and no one has a Sharpie?
All of a sudden, 70 pens come to the stage. It's like the pen man is up here. Oh yeah, get the pen back. That's it. That'll be the headline. Smallville steals pen.
Green Arrow steals pen.
Can we, Green Arrow Arrow used his pen for Arrow. All of a sudden, we've become the pen show. And we have a next question?
I love all you guys. Just want to tell you that. My name's Robin Sablov. And
Robin.
Hi. And
You can step back from the mic. It's okay.
sorry, I speak really loud anyway. I wanted to either ask a question to Justin or Allison, but I already got to tell Justin that he's on my Smallville calendar this month yesterday, so we're good. But anyway, Allison, I heard that you were supposed to direct one of the episodes of Smallville last season. Are you going to do that this season?
We're talking.
Thank you.
Who wants to see
We
Allison?
hope so. We want her to.
Do you guys want Allison to direct that?
I would be honored to have the opportunity. Nothing is confirmed, but I would be honored to have the opportunity.
Let's make it official.
Are we shaking up?
So what are you guys going to do? You guys are in spoiler heaven. You gotta, hope you have your blogs out there. Next question.
Hi, my name's Emily. I've been a fan of Smallville and Superman, everything my entire life. So when this show came on, I was super excited. Also, I'd like to say, Sam, big fan of Battlestar Galactica. So I'm really excited. I was wondering, writers, if you're thinking about doing your own spin-off series, not necessarily of Justice League, but maybe doing bringing back Birds of
Like
Prey.
crypto?
What do you want to do?
I'm working on crypto. I don't know if that's okay with the studio.
Brian, if you could do any spin-off from the show or in the DC universe, is there something that you would be interested in doing?
Underworld. I would we've talked about a lot of different opportunities, so
Hang on.
Oh my God.
I know you all have your personal favorites. Let's see what Brian's is.
We've talked about a lot of different opportunities. I would love to see a lot of them come back, so I honestly can't say any more than that.
I was just going to say that Peter Roth and the studios, they've just been the greatest supporters of Smallville, and we're always looking together to see how we can, satisfy all the fans once down the road, hopefully far down the road, Smallville's off the air. So fingers crossed, something will turn out for all of us.
And Sam, can I have your name tag?
Absolutely.
She brought a pen. Those of you that are asking for nameplates, remember, bring your own pen. Todd, do you have a spin-off thing while we're waiting here?
Todd, can I have your name plaque?
Wow, I wish I was Todd didn't even sign it. Like, a pen.
It's a tough question. I wouldn't rule anything out. The DC universe is filled with, awesome characters, and a lot of this stuff is rights issues when it comes down to it. But
I gotta tell you, back in the day, the only thing anyone ever asked was when young Bruce Wayne was going to come on the show. And then Chris Nolan made. How many of you guys have seen The Dark Knight? He stood up for us. That's very cool. It's okay. All right. That's terrific.
We could have that guy on the show.
Yes, we can actually have that guy without his costume on. Do we have another question?
Hi, my name is Jillian Moody. This question is mainly for Allison, but anybody can answer. Allison, in your opinion, do you think Jimmy and Chloe should stay together, or do you think Clark and Chloe should have like a little spark?
I thought you were going for Clark and Jimmy, and I was Allison?
I think she'd be lucky to have either of them. I don't know, Clark's really high maintenance, He takes up so much time.
Do we have another question?
Hey guys, my name is Robert, and Justin, I met you at theme park when I was working, so I'm sorry to bother you. I gave you a fast pass with your family, so I hope you used it.
Thanks, brother. Yes, dude, I remember
that. We did. We used that. Thank you so much. That was very nice of you. Thank you.
I didn't know anything about Green Arrow until you came on, and now once I got you on, I started collecting Green Arrow, so now I'm going green.
Thanks, man. Thank you very much.
And saying that,
sweet thing to say.
Warner Bros. Needs to make more DC comic heroes instead of Batman and Superman. They did Green Arrow. Will you be the star? Because I'd love to have you be the star of the movie.
Of the movie Green Arrow?
Yes.
Would I like a huge movie career? Sure. And I'll go on record. Yeah, record it. Who cares? Now the cat's out of the bag.
Can I get a quick handshake before I go?
What?
Can I get a handshake?
All right. Yes. Next question. Here's the best thing. I love your work. Hang on.
My name is Batman.
I understand.
I have one question and one question only. When are you bringing me on the show? And Cassie, can I have your name plaque?
I think you have to check this out. Does your belt light up, dude? He needs a
I'm such a huge fan. This is really meaningful for me.
I can't think of a better way to wrap this all up than to have this guy removed. But to honestly say that to have the biggest movie in the country and also to have the coolest DC show on the air, just thanking each and every one of you for coming here today, for supporting Smallville, and for supporting my pals. Brian, Kelly, and Todd and Darren through season 8. This incredible cast. And most of all, I'm thanking all of you for coming here today. Smallville is the movie together season 8. Thank you so much. We're going to go to that sticker reel again. Right, remember that sticker reel back up?